なんだよね。これをちょっとだけデコってしても、まあこれで勘弁してもらうしかないかな。たださ、バイザーのどうしたもんかな。とりあえずこれを消して、これをちっちゃくすればいいのかな。これでいいといいんだけどな。Oh, hello, Mavs. How are you? It's been a while. Sorry, I haven't streamed in a while, so I'm trying to get this to work, but my screen is frozen, it seems like. So I have to figure out what's wrong with the visor. See, it updates randomly like this, and I'm not sure quite what causes this. Oh, hello, Ngoksrong? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. If you could let me know how to pronounce that, that'd be wonderful, thank you. I love your VT. Thank you very much. I'm a huge fan of it. The person who drew it is really a great artist. Yes, I did go to the fan meetup. It was such a nice experience, Mavs. If I'm being like, I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer, but I've been having a little bit of a optimism, I guess, issues with this game recently. So going to that fan meetup, meeting people, hearing them talk, hearing how they enjoy the game, and hearing the producers address the game, and you could really see their passion for the game. So that made me really happy, and it motivated me to stream again. Yeah, so let's see. Any crazy person in the community went? I don't think so. It was a bit awkward though, because there was a person who tried to very, very politely and in a really excellent way brought up the topic about the cheating that was going on, and you could kind of tell that the production side wasn't too comfortable, but he asked in such a, I guess, eloquent way, and so they were able to kind of talk about the standard response. Then they went up into the actual Q&A segment, and in the actual Q&A segment they pulled the questions. They didn't screen the questions, and they pulled it up, and there was somebody who very bluntly and untastefully kind of wrote, asked them the questions about the cheaters, and that was a bit awkward. But other than that, I think it was not very crazy. It was really polite. Oh, so how are you? You stayed at home? It's good to see you. How have you been, besides being home? Yeah, so I haven't been too active with WotV recently, so I've been looking at the Final Fantasy VII units, and I've kind of been debating internally whether I want to take on the Trials of Reckoning, because I really like doing high scores on Trials of Reckoning, but I don't know if I really want to pull for all the units. So I currently do have Cloud, Aerith, and Tifa, but I don't have Barret, and I don't know if I want to pull for Barret, which is the thing. I don't know if I want to commit the resources into building him, but I think it all depends on how hard I want to go on Trials, because I think some of the normal stages and the hard stages, you can get a higher score with Barret, But then the question is like, do I really want to spend the however many 10k viz to work on Barrett just to get the high score on trials? And I'm not too sure. So I've been debating that a little bit. I see I didn't apply because I'm scared Hiroki will sue me because I use his face as my emotes. Oh no, man. I think you definitely should have. I wouldn't feel too worried, right? I think Hiroki is. Well, I don't want to speak for Hiroki, but I'm sure it would have been fine. The cheating was a really big elephant in the room. Yes, so I would say that they acknowledged the guild, Draconian. They acknowledged that people have submitted reports on Draconian. And then they gave the very professional answer, right? Of, well, you know, we have to make sure that we know they're cheating and it will take some time. And so, you know, we ask that you give us some time in investigating and letting us make the decision on what to do with them. And they assured us that they will punish the cheaters and stuff. So, very standard answer, right? But I think that's like, you know, I think that's what people should expect by this point. So, I think there were a few people getting a little bit brash, I guess is the word I'm looking for, in the chat. But other than that, it was fair. It was handled both by the audience and the production staff as well. Handled very professionally, and it was a really nice experience. So yeah, I didn't quite come up with a plan of how to what to do on the stream, so it might be quite a bit of a boring stream. Did they say any good PR answer like we'll do a better response time next time? Because IMO, they can catch cheaters, and they did it before, but I think Draconian beat them because of time. Yeah, so they didn't acknowledge anything about previous actions towards cheaters. I will say, even on Japan's side, right, they had ban waves, but I think those ban waves, it's been at least several months since they did the last ban waves. So I'm not really too sure. They didn't really address if they can do better. So yeah. I'm supposed to be buying these shirts, I think. Was the daily skip ticket pack always 120? I thought it was 60. Draconian was faster. Yes, unfortunately Draconian was very fast. I'm not quite sure what Draconian was trying to do, to be honest. I think they wanted to make a statement that they could be number one without spending money, I think? Propaganda stuff. What kind of was it trying to like raise awareness that the game was too expensive? And the Discord chat of the guild leader leaked everywhere. Oh. Yeah, it wasn't a very pleasant experience. Mocking whales. Well, I don't know why you would mock. I mean, but does cheating into whatever rank they got? Like, how does that mock the whales, though? I don't really get it. Oh, hello, Hydrix! It's so good to see you. How are you? I don't know. He has a lot of time in his hands. Yeah, I guess so. I just don't really know what he was trying to do. I think it's very interesting that from a PR standpoint, maybe trying to criticize the response of Gumi, but I don't really see what that accomplishes. You guys got real close yesterday? In GB? And GB. Oh yes, yesterday we were playing Visiport. Yeah, it's Hydrix. I got my first 6-star in so long with GB. That was a really fun GB. I was really happy because my team was like the perfect answer to the Visiport comp. But unfortunately, you can see that I just crashed and burned today, which was very sad. Very, very sad. But I was really happy with the team I made for yesterday. It was a very... It made me very happy, so... It was a close fight. Were we able to clear? No, we weren't able to, unfortunately. But that's a win in our books, getting pretty close. The only thing they accomplish is piss off players. Yeah, Mavs, do you know if that person like plays WotV, or was he just like doing that for what's the term? Was he doing that for there's like a proverb for that, right? It's like just to send a message. Why are you struggling, Hydrex? Yeah, Hydrex, I don't know. Visipor might be interested in this, but like the ice team I had here was really good into this particular formation of Visipor, because Salir could one-shot Cloud with her LB, and with the defense bracer Helena build with the Raidu TMR, Gilgamesh was able to Kotetsu Helena, so it re-raised the sorry, I can't talk anymore. It destroyed the re-raise ability on the Raidu TMR and was able to one-shot Helena. And then from there, it was just kind of like a wet noodle fight between Auron and Charlotte. So it was a pretty good comp into that defense. Oh, Orbital Control, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I hope your day is going well. Find a comp outside of Dark Meta. Been running Vinera doing... Oh. Yeah, Hydrex, I'm going to be honest, it's quite it's quite hard to beat that comp, I think. That was my main, I guess, reason behind being a little bit unmotivated with this game. But I'm hoping things will change, right, once we get Oberon, although, you know, yeah. It's kind of hard, right? I feel like I can't even use JP meta as a basis anymore because of the cultural differences between GB, right? In JP, we don't really... The idea of wall defenses isn't really a thing. So in global, right, we opt for guilds that want to maximize their win rates, right? It's best to create the general best defense comp. And so I don't know if like introducing Oberon or Jaden Rundle, right, really changes much, because teams with Jaden are very good on offense and picking apart certain teams, but generically, I don't know if it beats the utility that Dark Rose Helena provides. So it'll be interesting, or it'll be quite an observation to make on what happens. I think this is me mostly ranting about my hate for Black Rose Helena, but this map is weird for hates. I mean, Dwayne is in the far opposite corner to unit, but he will still pull hates. Yeah, Basil, I think it's mostly because of the first two rotations, right? Your slot 3 unit is never going to reach slot 1 Dwayne. And I'm not quite sure what causes slot 3 to attack second rotation on the enemy slot 3. I think it depends on if slot 3 moves completely forward or move forward 2, go right 1. Then I think it usually attracts slot 3 that has no AoE buff into fighting. But like, it just messes things up with the slot 1 Dwayne against your slot 3, and that's kind of weird. Also, it feels really bad to have your slot 1 be be faster than enemy Dwayne slot 1, right? Because it happens so many times where my Gilgamesh will move forward and then he will kind of move back and he spends 2 whole rotations doing nothing, and I'm just like, Gilgamesh, please. So I don't know. Yeah, hate is definitely very weird, and I admittedly haven't put in enough time, I think, to really find out what works well or how to control movement with the hay. But I will still say though, I think this map is pretty interesting, although I'm still kind of upset they never released the map with Charlotte in it, right? With the box on the very left corner. Because that map looked really fun to play, right? You had gunner units being super valuable, you had like the double tank comp being really good, and trying to fight for that control of that one box to the top sounded really fun. And they never implemented it, so I was very sad. Sorry, I went off on a bit of a tangent there. Um, you can blame it on etc. Dino, it's so good to see you. Oh, sorry, I think I was a bit too loud. It's so good to see you, Dino. How are you doing? Um, how is Cetra doing recently? How do I even look at guild ranks again? Oh yeah, ranking. Oh yeah, this is what I'm really happy about, guys. Look at number 2. Pepper is on a roll. Pepper's number 2, guys. It's crazy. It's like as a sister guild, right? It's super awesome to see them at number 2. And I think we're actually fighting them today, right? I'm not too sure. Just the usual work in WotV? Yeah, well, I hope work is treating you well, and I hope WotV is also treating you well. Yeah, I'm doing great, Dito. I just came. Oh wow, we're doing super. Are we doing well? I can't tell. Yeah, I'm coming fresh off of the fan meetup on the Zoom. That Square Enix and Gumi had with the Hiroki producer and Hirono producer, as well as Justin, and it was a really, really nice meeting. I had a lot of fun, so I've been feeling a bit more motivated with WotV because of that. We got 3 Legend Guilds now. Really? Is Cayenne in Legend? Wait, that's so amazing! Wait, why is this not? I go to buy leave? So I go Legend, right? Yeah. I like Cayenne's new name, Tyen. Or I guess it'd be Tayen. I wish we could download the background that the staff use. Dito, sorry, what background are you talking about? In today's meetup, they just had like a regular wall as their background. We got to Legend 2 days ago. Congrats, Mabs! That's awesome. That's so cool. Three guilds and salts are in Legend. That makes me super happy. We changed to Taeyen because Tae was hard carrying the whole guild for 2 months. Yeah, Tae is amazing. Yeah, Tae is really an amazing person. The Kingdom backgrounds. Oh, Dito, yeah, Dito, so they actually sent out in an email that gave us access to the backgrounds. But what you could also do is, I'm pretty sure they have those available on Twitter as well. Let me go find it for you real quick. So I'm going to close this real quick. Go to WotV Calc. You can type in again a sensible height, I think, and this should give you. Oh, here you go. I think this is it. Yeah, are you talking about this, Dito? Let me know if that's what you're looking for. Because I can... Oh, wait, how do I... It won't let me share a link in Twitch chat. Oh, is this because I'm multi-streaming? Yeah, Dito, sorry, give me 1 quick second. I don't... Oh yeah, that's great, I can just do it on that. Sorry, this might lag the stream a little bit because I have to open up Discord, but I will DM you that. Oh, yep, I think it is lagging my stream. I'm sorry about that. Um, WotV pulling has got to be conditioned to getting excited when I see one of those flag animations. Yes, Basil, definitely. So let me scroll down to Dito. Dito, did you change your username? Yeah, Dito, sorry, can you shoot me a DM? I don't know if I see you on my direct message list. I don't... Sorry, I am such a techno noob, so Yeah, sorry, Dito. If you could shoot me a message, that'd be great. What I am kind of sad though is they don't have the flag for like the other nations, like the miscellaneous nations. They don't have that, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, they have these, and then you have Crystal Sanctum and Rondell right here. Which reminds me, I haven't looked at the news for JP in so long. Good. Is this what I'm supposed to be looking for? Yep, this looks like it, I think. Nope, that's not what I want. News, here we go. No, that's the Twitter. Nope, that's not what I want. That's not it either. Here we go. Yeah, so I haven't even looked at the producer letter, so it might be interesting to go over the producer letter if people are okay with that, since I don't really have much exciting gameplay to show. Yeah, so let's read through this. Thank you very much for playing War of Divisions. This is Hirono from Square Enix. There is a heat stroke going on across the world, across the nation. We hope everybody is okay. So they're getting prepared for the second anniversary, and they are working a lot, so much that they forgot about the summer heat. We are planning a lot of events, so please look forward to them. Now, starting August, we've released another story. For those who don't know, it's like a kind of a new fest system with a kind of like a new event that has new characters, and it looks really exciting. I haven't looked too much into it though. There's new characters such as Lucio, and we're changing the format from the original story to show like a lot of the other aspects of War of Divisions that you don't know. And compared, oh, this is really nice. So compared to past events, right? The user participation rate has increased from like regular events. And we are hoping that we will be releasing new stories every month until January that include Lucio and developing him and stuff. So please look forward to that. Great. let's see. Then starting September 1st, we'll have a new unit, Juma. I don't know how you say that in English. Is that just Jum? Ju. I think it's just June, but I could be wrong. And so she's a physical tank unit that kind of changes the identity of the wind elements who were previously known to be evasive units. So you can use Lucia, you can use Varushu, and all kinds of wind units that kind of increases their playstyle as a wind party. And we're hoping that they'll breathe a new breath of wind in the kingdom of Adra. Cool. So then we'll look at Zoom and all that kind of stuff. So this is the new unit. Maybe I should go full screen first. That makes more sense. Yeah, so she looks really cool. She's a tank unit. I've heard like mixed reactions on Juma, although I haven't really paid attention too much on JP. But she seems to be super mixed. Apparently her sword doesn't really work too well because she doesn't really need the sword because she's a tank. So that's a bit awkward, I hear, but other things. Hi Nico! It's been so long, Nico. How are you? Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm in a really good mood right now, so thanks for asking. I found a tweet based on your finding. Alright, great. Good to hear, Dito. Yeah, sorry I couldn't just get that link to you. I don't know why, but I've lost communication with you. Apart from the lack of pity for her Bart, yes, that's really unfortunate. Is her LB animation a recycle of Auron's? I hope it's not. I really hope it's not, Basil. Let's look at that real quick. So then we can go for Juma. How do you even read this? Juma. Jesus. Arashi Maika. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, I'm sorry. Alright, so let's look at the Jum's LB. That's in really bad quality. Oh, I just noticed, my window's not updating. That is really weird. Sorry, on my screen it shows the... What is going on here? Sorry guys, hold on one sec. I'm going to try to figure this out. Why is this not updating? What happens if I scroll down on this? No, it's just frozen. This is so weird. Alright, let's put this up for... Oh, let's put... Oh. I'm sorry, I am so bad with technology. Let's try putting this on... Oh, now you're sideways. There you go. How's the collab treating you? I'm planning to skip the collab and hope to get Halloween Nidalee back again soon for Halloween along with her EX shop. Yeah, that's fine, Nico. I think that's... Yeah, that's absolutely okay in my opinion. I don't think... I think that for specific parties, right, then FF7 is very good, but like you don't have to build those parties. So I think it's a very good plan, Nico. I'm really excited for Halloween Nidalee EX. That would be very exciting. Oh, Luciano! Sorry, is it Luciano or Luciano? But it's so good to see you. Yes, it's been so long. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. The cyclone in the background looks familiar. Ah, I see. Yeah. I wonder if it has fire in it, Basil. I haven't looked at it. But it probably has fire in it, even though she's not a fire unit. Let me try to fix this. I really wish, Well said. Thank you, Luciana. Um, properties. So if I do this, it should show up, but it's not, which is kind of weird. I am stuck on this. I wonder why that's happening. Is it because I pressed F11 a while ago? Man, I wish I knew what was going on here. Windows 10? That's not working. I don't know what's causing this to freeze. That's kind of upsetting. Let me try refreshing it. Maybe if I refresh the tab? Will that work? No, that did not work. Okay, let me try bringing out a new tab in the window. And maybe if I change this to the oh, it's just not even showing up. Huh, I'm a bit stumped. I am quite a bit stumped. Also, I finally got Helena, and she's already at level 115. Wow, congrats, Nico. Can't wait to 120 her, which will take a while since I need to get her a shard. Yes, best of luck. I've been spamming my guild tokens and friend tokens too. Yeah, I mean, that's the best way, Nico. Best of luck on your endeavors. Is this whale territory? First of all, hi, hi, feel free to play. I would definitely consider myself a whale, but I don't know if I would call it whale territory, because I definitely enjoy talking with non-whales as well. The first thing we're doing is I'm trying to figure out what is causing this screen to freeze here. I'm not quite sure. Well, it's okay. We love whales. Well, thank you so much. Man, I just don't know what's going on here. What if I do this? And then I switch to Chrome? Oh, there we go. That fixed it, I think. If I could just increase the size of this a bit. Cool. Okay, hopefully it stays that way. Alright, so let's read. Okay, so this is June. Please don't freeze again. Looks like it's not. Right, so she's Crystal Knight, or Crystal Soldier, Nightblade Dragoon, 100 cost. Oh, it's not. Basil, it's not a fire tornado. it's actually a green tornado. I'm having a lot of fun with Namuda. Great. Didn't send a single wow, you sent. Dang, how did you do that, Nico? With the soul medals? Yeah, I was working on Namuda a bit too, but I kind of stopped in the process while I was trying to work on FF7R units. So this is 3 increases wind attack up by 3, deals 2, height 2. Any tips for new player, by the way? Feel free to play. The biggest tip I would give is work on the unit Ziza. She's this unit. Hold on, let me turn on night mode. If you're a brand new player, I might recommend re-rolling until you get this unit. So this unit is called Ziza, and she gives The unit itself is not very good, but the item she gives is basically like a must-have for a lot of content. So I would recommend trying to get her. I think you can also obtain her. Oh, congrats! That's a really strong start to your game then. Real free to play. Yeah, so you'll want to work on her. I believe you can get her shards in the guild mog shop, I think. So I recommend doing that too. Oh, Virgil Revan, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it, and I hope you're having a good day. So yes, this is a very good unit to work on. Um, what else would I would recommend for new players? I think it would be to focus on 1 to 2 units that you really like, and not try to spread out your resources thin, because having a level 89 or level 99 unit is, I should probably specify UR unit is very strong, and it's better than having multiple like level 69 units. What else would I recommend for new? See, the problem is, real free to play. I would take my advice with a grain of salt because I started this game over a year ago, and so advice that I would have given to new players when I was a new player are very different than I think what is now. I think the landscape has changed a bit, so I would say don't trust what I say too much. Although that's probably a really bad thing to say, but I want to be honest. But I do think going for this unit and building her is very important. I love Tifa for manual. Oh, Luciana, how is Tifa treating you? I haven't actually gotten to play with Tifa too much yet. Just my opinion, but reroll priority for Black Rose. Oh yeah, that's a very good point. That's a very good point, Basil. Yeah, I would also recommend going for Black Rose Helena. The thing is, I think, as much as I hate to say this because it's not 100% true, there are units that can kind of fulfill Black Rose Helena's role in a lot of content that's non-PvP. That's a pretty... Like, I don't want to deny how important Black Rose Helena is in the game, but the thing that she's, you know, she's 0.008% chance of appearing? Is that the odds? I don't remember. And like for a lot of PvE content, like an arithmetician will do just as well as Black Rose Helena, I think. Yeah, Idudida would be very good, I think. Oh well, you can't get Halloween Little Leela. Wait, what are the other arithmeticians? But even just going for like Midiana Bomb, right? Just having her LB, I think is still fine. So, but yes, if you're trying to go for like high-end PvP content, real free to play, I would recommend trying to get your hands on Black Rose Helena, because I absolutely hate to say this, but like in guild battles, for example, like having Black Rose Helena is sort of like I don't want to say a must, but it makes your arsenal that much stronger, I think. I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer in that regards, but because I am still a believer of work on the units that you really like, but that's just my opinions on things. Only because Ziza can be bought in. Oh yeah, very true. Yeah, and you can buy her. Dreamy, congratulations, Luciano. It's guild medal though, right? So he would have to kind of build up his guild medal acquisitions. Don't trust kid. Yeah, the thing that I would hate the most is for somebody to like follow my ill advice, I guess, like something that's just not true anymore, and then like have it become a problem. Because to be honest, I think my experiences and my thought process is quite different from a new player's thought process, so I'm trying to stay earnest, I guess, as possible. I love her. I like her more than Cloud. That's awesome, Luciano. Yeah, I think I'm not too much an invasion player myself, but or Luciano, is Tifa? Do you think Tifa is exclusively like that evadish kind of unit, or can you build her like full on DPS while having some beef? Yeah, how do you build Tifa? Ildir can do early PvE. Yeah, and I think for the most part, Ildir can still at least do most hard difficulty and even current story mode PvE, I believe, Basil, right? If Helena don't kill Tifa fast, she is dead. I see, I see. Tifa hits like a truck, that's great. Yeah, I'm just happy that there's more strike units. I think the strike units get very poor representation, so it's good to see that. I'm pretty sure Mysidia Gaming must be very happy for Tifa. I've been saving up some tickets, and there's also double unit short double drop last week, if I remember correctly. Ah, I see. Also through, yeah, so you're really maximizing her acquisition rate. Yeah, best, good job on the slow build, Nico. That's awesome. Is she broken? Real free to play. If I'm going to, I hate to be like a salty person, but I think she is very broken. Gosh, I hate to be so negative on my stream, but like I will say that she's sort of like, she has everything going for her. She can heal your party. She can deal massive amounts of AoE. She has abilities that don't require cast time. So like you can basically put her in any team and she will probably do something better than another unit, which is kind of my problem with Black Rose Helena. She's a very strong unit. Oh, Hydrix put it very well. Yeah. So like when you say broken, right? I think when you look at Black Rose Helena from a one-on-one standpoint, there are units that can beat Black Rose Helena, right? There's a free unit called Camilo who can beat Black Rose Helena in a 1v1 situation. The problem with Black Rose Helena, in my opinion, is that when you put her in a team, right? Because like guild battles is all about 3v3s, PvP is about 3v3s. Then Black Rose Helena is she just adds on so much to your team that can't really be rivaled by any other unit, in my opinion, besides like your frontline tank, which Dwayne helps you with. I got Tifa and Cloud both at 115 now. Congrats, Luciano. Will you be working on Aerith or Barret, Luciano? Tifa is a bruiser that can evade. She is not a pure evade unit. Gotcha, Virgil. Thanks for the clarification. Yeah, I haven't played with Tifa at all. Do most Tifas go Paladin sub for... Did she get Immortal? She gets Sentinel Wall, right? Sorry, I am so behind on my WotV information. I have her semi-bruiser evade, but I don't build her evade heavy. I see. She needs 120 for the evade build. I see. Because of the... Oh, right. She gets the luck node. Gotcha. For Tifa to have a chance in being a high evade unit, your account must have your card. Gotcha. Would it also help if you 120 her? Sorry, I'm so behind on chat, by the way. Would it also help her if you 120 her if you're going evade? She also needs 120 battle to be an evade. Right. Oh, she gets... I thought that luck node was 20 luck. Dang, 30 luck is... Wait, are all luck panels 30? Oh wow, that's crazy. So only Camilo can... Oh, sorry, real free to play. No, so there are units that can beat her on the 1v1. There are actually a lot of units that can beat her on the 1v1, I think. For example, like any unit that has a... Let me just look real quick. I think she has 10%... She has 10% disable resistance, right? Or is it 20? Is it the 25 thing? She has... Whoa, what is going on? Did they change the interface here? Oh yikes, did they change the WotV calc interface? Okay, so it only shows the resistances now. Oh, she doesn't even have disable resistance. Right, so like for example, real free to play. So like if a unit has an LB that applies a status affliction, so a good example is Velric, right? Velric has a very high chance, and if he can LB a Black Rose Helena, then she becomes disabled and he'll win the 1v1. So there are a lot of units that can 1v1 Helena. Just off the top of my head, I think Auron can 1v1 her, Velric, Camilo, sorry, I can't think of... Even Dwayne can 1v1 her, right? Yeah, Dwayne can 1v1 her. Mont can get the Berserk because it's only 10%, right? So there are a lot of units in the one. Well, I guess Mont wouldn't be able to 1v1 her because he doesn't really do much damage. Even then, I think he can. But the thing is, when you put Black Rose Helena in a team, in the 3v3, that's when it just becomes very hard because she has access to crazy AoE that can one-shot most or a lot of units without any protection and can definitely two-hit. With her own TMR or with Raidu TMR, she has a lot of bulk. And so she's just a really hard unit to deal with. Let's see, Tifa dies to Valentine. Oh yes, I can see that, Virgil. Valentine Solaire is an ice unit that deals damage. Yes, good point, Virgil. I think Solaire even does. Is Solaire one of the units that deals 30% to win, or is it she's still just 20%? Oh, sorry, I'm thinking resistances. You can tell how. You can tell how much I don't. I mean, oh, sorry, no, I'm supposed to be looking at Tifa. Tifa. Is she 30-20 or is she 20-10? Oh, she's 20-10. Okay. So that's not as bad as I thought it would be. It's a note that you can level to 20, level 20. Right, Hydrex, right. I just thought that the level 20 was, it scales off of 1 luck per level, but... yeah. I want Lastwell. Yeah, I wonder when Lastwell VC is coming out. Oberon and Water Ninja waifu. Yes, Luciana, I am so excited for Oberon and whatever her name was. Sorry, what's her name again? The Water Ninja looks really good. I don't know. I mean, not really good, but she looks really cool. It'll be exciting to build with her, although I don't think she's too strong from a PvP point. And then Noctis comes out. Yeah, it'll be very fun with her. And Aranea looks so cool. Although did people play Final Fantasy 15? I don't know why, but I couldn't play that game. I'm really bad at video games, first of all, but like when I was playing FF15, I spent like an hour and a half just driving at the beginning, and I'm like, why am I playing a driving game? And then I couldn't touch it after that. I really enjoyed the fishing part though. Okay, sorry, let me get back to chat. Yes, you're correct. She goes Paladin sub. Right, I see. Shadowrunner and Zangan. Gotcha. Tifa dice of yes. Black Rose Helena. My bad, Helena can be nuked easily. Fred can do it from afar. Yep. Black Rose Helena. Jaden, I guess, can kill Helenas. Yes. Although, again, it's another situation because there are Black Rose Helena teams that can beat Jaden, which is, yeah, this is like what I'm so curious about with how units will be, just because I talked about this a little bit earlier before, but how global guild battle culture will affect these future units, right? Because yeah, let's go over an example, right? So let's go to Ayuma's. Wait, let's get this Selby first of all. Cool stuff. Okay. Anyways, let's look at. What was I looking at again? Oh yeah, I was looking at Ayuma. And then we can go up to one of his past streams. Right, and so like this is an example of what you see in top level guild battle on the JP server. Are these guys running walls? Is Mississippi a guild that runs walls? They didn't do this earlier. No, okay, well. What? When did they start running walls? Really? Alright, well, looks like Mysidia is running walls now. Sorry, so what I'm doing here is I'm just looking at the defense formations of these teams, and yeah, I guess they're mostly running walls. Huh. Okay, well, I guess we can like look at a guild battle map here. But yeah, I don't. This is like the second or third time I've seen somebody run in JP run walls, which is kind of oof. But oh, and oh, feel free to play. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Hopefully, I'm giving you good insights, but I won't blame you if I'm not. But we can see, so this person's running Juma. Ayumu is a JP streamer. He's in a I think he's in a top 5, maybe top 10 by now. Guild in Japan, the Japanese server. Really happy to Engelbert Singh play, but so you can see Tifa. Vitalize on Yuna. That helps Engelbert quite a bit. That Engelbert's so tanky. I can't wait for his EX. Just evade. Wow, Tifa is very tanky too. This is so weird that his tank is in the backline. Okay, well, Jaden's gonna get 2-shot as usual. This doesn't even look like a good formation though. Like Engelbert grouped up with Jaden, which kind of. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, he got the kill, yeah, but I don't know about that one. Sorry. Okay. Well, that wasn't the greatest example, but sorry. Let me just catch up back on chat. Sorry, I keep falling behind on chat. I wonder, are Kmart, Gilgamesh, and Runestone shards still double cost? Yes. Yeah. Exactly, Virgil. Oh, is Black Helmet not double cost in global? I didn't know that. Welcome to the grind, yes. And I mean from purchasing her shards. Okay. Yeah, thanks for sharing that link. I'll post that in a bit. I saw Merlot run Warrior of Light, Rob, and Xmas Mastery and just killed Black Helmet easy every time, since Rob one-shots her so fast. Virgil, was this in regular PvP or what context was this? Because I'm happy to see Rob still doing well. I thought Rob kept on getting just destroyed by Dwayne Darkness into Black Rose Helmet Bomb. The one with AI, right. I don't even know what map the arena map is right now, but yeah, I guess like if you can make your AI move. Sorry, apparently that was really loud. But yeah, I think that the AI, yeah, if you can control your AI, right? So like a very good example is, I think it was the guild map, I can't talk anymore. The guild map battle after the one that was released as Black Rose Helena, right? I think you were able to pit your slot 3 against slot 3. So if your opponent was running slot 3 Helena, it was really easy to just pit Camilo against slot 3 Helena, and then he would win the 1v1 while your slot 1 and 2 would duke it out. So there are maps like that where it's possible, but the problem is a lot of people realize that, and then they don't put Helena as their slot 3. Or they change it so that slot 3 Helena runs up and buffs. But I think that was a map where she wasn't in range to buff people. Yeah, sorry, Hijacks, I'll post that right away. Was that even BR Helena using her TMR? Was that even with Black Rose Helena using her TMR? I think so. Not sure. When should I start raising my double cost units, by the way? When should you start raising your... So it's always a good idea to use one of your hard quests. Because I think you can do one run per hard quest on there. So like I think that's a good idea. If they do they even give selection quest tickets anymore? I mean select unit tickets anymore. Those are very good usually to spend on double cost units. And guild barracks. Guild barracks are also a very good idea for doing them. But yeah, it's kind of up to you, real free to play. It's like if you know that you want a double cost unit, so a good example is Black Rose Helena, it's good to just start working on them and slow building. I think Nico can give you some really good advice because that's what he's doing right now. Um, Barracks quest and tickets. Yes. Also, if you set your Chocobo mission to the element, the cave, or the expedition map where it's that unit, then you have a chance of getting that unit shard. So that's also a good way to put it. And on Mondays, the drop rates are doubled. So if you use that in combination with your Chocobo tickets, it gives you not a high chance, but it gives you a decent chance of getting 1 or 2 shards. And yeah, that's kind of how you slow build it. If Nico's still here, he could give you great advice on that. I'm not a very... I have very... I'm trying to get better at this, but I had a habit of like working on units as quickly as possible. So I'm not the greatest resource, but I think a lot of people in this chat and in the community in general can help you with that. Yeah, you're welcome. I missed your videos and game insights. Hi Anonymous, it's good to see you. Yeah, thank you so much for your support. Yeah, sorry, so I guess to be fully transparent, right? I've been, gosh, when's the last video I made? I think it was the beginning of June, right? Yeah, so I had an internship, and that kind of messed up my schedule. So I wasn't able to really work on videos. And then after that, school started again. So I haven't been able to... I could make videos if I wanted to, but I've been having a bit of a motivation issues with the game, but I think that motivation is starting to kind of come back. So I do hope to make videos in the near future. But thank you so much. It means a lot that people cared about the videos. That makes me really happy, so thank you so much. I don't know how Merlot does it, but he has almost perfected his setup to make sure that Rob one-shots Hana or... Rob one-shotting Dwayne, wow. I need to tune into Merlot streams more. That's amazing. Rob one-shotting Dwayne, wow. I can't... That's insane. Yeah, thank you so much, Virgil. Thank you. I really appreciate the concern. Yeah, it's yeah, hopefully things though. I'm managing my schedule a little bit better, and I can't... This fan meetup was... I can't really describe how much I appreciated it, because it kind of... Seeing like the community and seeing people who work on this game being very passionate and very open, right, about their game in terms of the positive aspects really made me kind of refocus on what's great about WotV, and there are a lot of awesome things about this game. So that was a huge, I guess, mental boost. So yeah, thank you, Real Free to Play. So let's look at these videos that sorry, Hydrix sent me... Oh, I can't even copy? I wonder if my Streamlabs is outdated or something, because it doesn't let me type in the URL. I mean, it doesn't let me copy the URLs, but we can just do old-fashioned typing. youtube.com/watch $9 equals ILE D37 P9. Oh no, is that a 1 or a I think those are I's? Hope for the best. No! Oh no! Let me try that again. Maybe that's an L? Oh, here we go. Alright, so this is Hydrex versus Dead. Yeah. Oh, Ryan TGG2. Okay, let's look at this. Oh, this is a throwback Hydrex. Which map is this? Oh, this map. Right. It's crazy to think that this map doesn't even feel that long ago. Is it just me who thinks that? I'm not sure. Gotcha. Yeah. Hold on a sec. Let me. So if I go to. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah. Okay, great. So then we can go into here. Yeah, so this was. Yeah, so this was like the super, super meta unit. Meta formation on this map. And then... Darkened focus? Oh, animations are on. Gotcha. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I guess there were a few slot 2 garbles. That's another ranting point. Helena has such a good this ability is so underlooked because it helps you deal with because most Black Rose Helena runs her own VC, right? Which gives the accuracy boost of 25, I think. And then you get Darkened Focus, which is that a 30 accuracy increase? I can't remember, but like it makes it like evade. No, I'm not going to say evasion comps are bad into it, right? Because you're still going to evade quite a bit, but like it makes me so salty when I was running Zazan evade and I would get hit by Black Rose Helena because Black Rose Helena doesn't have the highest accuracy, so I would get very salty. I was like, Dark Comp is too good. Although I was very happy with the comp I was using on this map, which was double gunners on slot 1 and 2 with Corwell. I really like Corwell. Corwell made me super happy. He was a unit that like a lot of people I think overlooked, and he was really good. So I would run Summer Lilith and Corwell, and then I would run Zazan slot 3, and it was really good because Zazan would rotation 2 Taunting Blade slot 1 and 2. So my gunners were safe because he was so far away from them. Yeah. Alright, anyways. Yeah, that's... Dark comps are pretty good. So what else was I trying to do here? Right, I was looking for Ayuma's other streams, but... Okay, well apparently even top guilds in JP are running walls again, so... Yeah, so this one you can see a bit more variety. Although I don't... Alba Stella I don't think is a very strong guild, unless they name changed recently. Sleepy time. Have a good night, Luciano. It was so good to see you. Thank you so much, Luciano. Kaz heal sorry, Kaz heal Jilq? Or Healquia? Sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. If you could let me know, I'd really appreciate it. We have had a very really high turnover of GB maps recently. Yeah, we definitely have. Gumi does this thing with Global where they recycle older maps and run them for like a week or two, which is pretty interesting. Then they skip over some maps that were running, or it was mostly that Charlotte map, but yeah, it's definitely weird to see. Maybe they're mixing it up a little bit. What's CT? CT is charge time. Wait, is it charge time? Or is it charge time, or is it cost time? Or is it cast? It's basically like what determines how fast you move, or like how soon you make your next turn. Oh, yes. Thank you so much for being up to date, Hydrex. Charge cast time, right. Yeah, thank you so much for explaining that so clearly, Hydrex. A unit goes once their CT goes to 100, CT God just goes up to, yep. Yes. But CT is also how the game works. Which unit? Yeah, so Hydrex, so yeah, the kind of interesting thing, right, is there's two kinds of CTs, I guess. Like there's a Cass, oh wait, yeah, Kaz explains this really clearly. there's charge time and there's cast time. Charge time is like what's affected by your agi. There's also cast time, which is what mages and spellcasters, besides arithmeticians, use. And that like determines how long it takes for their spell to actually go off. So you'll often see, right, some mages will have these things called like casting above their head. And that is like while they're charging up. So they're charging up CT, they're charging up charge time and cast. So I don't know if CT is charge time or like whatever determines their next move, while also determining what their next ability cast time is. If that kind of makes sense. Does Quicken make your turn? Yes. Quicken will instantly set your CT to 100, regardless of what your CT is. Oh, gotcha. Oh, gotcha. Thank you so much. Okay. Are you looking forward to Lucia's EX? Nadamas, did they spoil Lucia's EX? I don't know if they did that, right? I know they announced it, but I don't think it's come out yet, so I can't say much until they release her stats or like what she does. Am I excited for it? I wonder what to me Lucia's EX would look like. I think for me, what is super iconic about Lucia is firing stance, right? Which was I think Lucia was the first UR gunner that got firing stance, I think. And that was a really iconic buff with the Canyons map. So if we just go over to Lucia real quick. So I think they would buff that, and then maybe either double shot or quad shot, because like Lucia was very iconic in terms of raids. Because back then, right, the only like there was the chocolate raid, the chocolate flan raid, and that raid was like you needed to have Lucia, or I think it was like Sid, or it was Lucia or what's her name? Ice Mage. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what's her name? I'm so sorry. What was her name? Mediana, sorry, Mediana. Yeah, and so everybody would be chaining quad shots. Oh, sorry, let me turn this to global. Everybody would be changing this quad shot, which hits 4 times, which was like the first ability of its kind, and then into dual triggers. And that is just so iconic with Lucia that I think I would like to see those two. I don't know if that's the best options for her, but like this was such an insane move back then. So I would want to see maybe firing stance and dual trigger. I think these two would be really fun to see buffed. Okay, sorry, let me catch back up. Then I wonder what Lucia would need in terms of stats. I think stat node. What would make the most sense on Lucia? I think attack would be the best, but I don't know if they would do attack. They might do like, I don't know what they would do actually. Maybe they would do attack, I guess. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that they would do attack. Then I would be so excited to look at what her EX skill is. I wonder what she needs for her EX skill. Maybe some kind of missile resistance penetration would be really good, I think. Sorry, let me catch it back on chat. I forgot the actual wording of the mechanic. Mechanic? Sorry, I'm not sure what mechanic. It may just feel that way, or it increases your CT by a ton to make it seem like you take your turn. Yeah, so CT Quicken sets it to 100. So like even if your unit CT was at 99, then like it's really bad to have Quicken go off because they were going to go next either way. Um, I remember CT resets to 0, so it doesn't carry over, which is like the problem of mistiming your quickens. The reason I say that is because I've also seen a unit go before my quickened units. Oh, Hydrex, that's when the quicken, if quicken goes off on the unit, but another unit has overbuilt CT. So like you know how quicken sets it to 100? If on that turn rotation somebody went from 98 CT to like 108 CT, that unit is still gonna go. The thing is, you don't see that happen too much because most units are roughly in the range of 80 to 110 agi. So like the times that happens is if you're messing with Keenblade or other kind of CT affecting skills. That's really usually the only scenarios that you see that. Or if your fight goes super long. I think people mention this in PvP. Like, I think back then when corner camping was like really, really popular, like people would time it so that they could get that they could make it so that their CT goes beyond so that they would win the quickened fight. I think that's what people did back then. I'm not too sure though, because I'm not a live PvPer. I think Danielle Boone could really explain that a lot better than me. Yeah, but I hope that helps. Quad shot for me. She was the only one with the forehead. Yeah, Virgil. Yeah, it might be right because you felt like I felt like such a what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Is it badass? I think right when I would set my companion unit to Lucia, right? And so many of my friends would use Lucia so that they could get the make a combination of 3 or more. I think right. Mission complete. That was really fun. Yeah, Lucia was the first defense piercing rate. Was she the first defense piercing rate? I thought Weidandu had. Sorry, not Weidandu. What's his name in English? Sid, right? No, it's not Sid. I keep forgetting. Oh, Orlando. Yeah, Orlando. Did Orlando have defense, or was it defense down? That might have been defense down. Oh, did he? Oh, he had crushed arm. Oh, right. So yeah, defense penetration. Right, exactly, Virgil. That makes me so nostalgic. Oh yeah, sir. We're going through his producer letter, right? Yeah, I'm just trying to imagine what I would want out of her EX ability. You know, to be honest, I would be happy if they just gave her Frederica's piercing shot, but that would make it boring. I would rather they do something interesting. Does Lucia have range 5? I can't remember. Gunners don't get range 5, do they? Oh, but she has... Okay, oh, that's high charge. Nobody uses that. Yeah, so she does get range 5 with sharpshoot, so it's not like she really needs range 5. What would Lucia want? I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure what I would want out of a Lucia EX skill. Probably missile resistance penetration is one, like it needs to be the added effect of it. But other than that, I don't know like what function it would have. Or it should have. Sorry, I had a hiccup there. Who was the other units getting EXs again? Yeah, so people are going crazy about the Crystal Fest. The more I read into it, the more I understand their frustration. At the beginning, I was kind of like, well, a lot of gachas do this. But it seems to be a bit too cash grabby. I can discuss that if people seem interested in that, but it is a bit more negative, so... Um... Oh, Ririshu and Soshia. Well, I can't speak to those two units because I don't really use them. Let's just turn this to global. Makes more sense. I did use Sosha actually a bit, but I don't really look at... I can't predict the SREXs at all because the SREXs are very unique, so I can't really imagine what they would do with them. Lilith, does anybody use Lilith at all? Sorry, just had to yawn. So they're probably going to give her HP boost because they do that with a lot of MR frontline units. I don't even know what they would do with Lilith. Maybe self-sacrifice buff? Maybe like a counter buff or something? I have no idea what they'll do with Lilith. Dario EX equals, he now gets fake death exactly like Zazan. Dario? Did Dario get that? That would be... that would be kind of... I don't know, I feel like that'd be anti-canon. Yeah, I don't think he got that. Yeah, Virgil, Dario EX is already out, unless you're referring to like a theoretical Dario EX. Real free to play, so they often get introduced every second and fourth week of the calendar month. So like a good example here, right? This is a September EX schedule. And so you don't see anything for the first and third weeks. But the second week, Lucia, Lilith, and Sosha will get their EXs. And then on the fourth week, Ildira, Nivlu, and Nivlu's getting her EX! Ah, I'm so happy! And Mia will get her EX. Yeah, Ildira. Not sure. Oh! Nico, so good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, thank you. Have a good night. Yes, Dario EX has been out, I think since 2 or 3 weeks ago on global side. He gets upgrade to his taunting spell, which is really nice. It can, I think, silence? No, immobilize, which is very strong. He also gets Aeroga Blade, though I don't think too many people use this on. And then he also gets the Draining Seal, which is really cool. It completely reduces chance to counter, and it also does a little bit of damage. No 9-step banner. Yeah, Donomas, it is. I don't know if I'm ready to really talk about it, but I'm going to say that on the past, on one of the Leonis broadcast streams, right, where they went over player feedback, they said they were going to make efforts into making developing units a lot less resource intense or monetarily intense. And the FES units, the FES structure, unfortunately, I feel like goes directly against that. So I feel a bit disappointed, I guess. But I do hope that they make improvements on them, is what I think is what I will say. But yes, what you say is exactly true. Those are a problem. It feels more like a reversion, right? Yes, Ildira and Nivlu. I'm very excited for Nivlu. Nivlu was... I I never... I just noticed this, but I guess I tend to like ranger units. Yeah, because I like Corwell. What's a ranger unit I don't like, I guess? Barrett's one of them. But does he count? um... Oh, sorry for yawning. I really, really wish I had Rosa, but I hear she's not very good, but her identity seems really cool. I wasn't too happy with Victoria, I will say that. Grace, I also wasn't too impressed. Loreda, I love her story. I love that story. I hate it and I love it at the same time, but I don't think I really liked her kit. I don't think she had like a magic thing, right? Oh, she didn't. Huh. There was something when I was using Loreda that I didn't really like about her. I think it was because when I was building her in my selection quest, like I could only get like 600 attack on her, I think, which is really awkward. Wouldn't it be better if his chicken blade actually turned the enemy into a chicken? Virgil, I mean, he can do that, assuming that you get enough chicken blades off, I guess. That would be really funny, right? You take that back, Rosa for life? Hi, Elder Wolf, how are you? I didn't say Rosa was bad. I just said that it seems the general public is the general decision. I don't have Rosa, so I can't judge her at all. I really like her identity, her kit though, as a magic archer. How much AP did her LB give again? Was it 20 or 15? 20, right? Yeah, but this kit, sorry for you. I guess I'll have to conclude the stream soon because I'm just too tired. Have a good night, Elder Wolf. Yeah, like this is all really fun to play with. Wait a minute. Yeah, this looks really fun to play with. She has a very good. She has a, what is this, large damage? Sharpshoot. Oh, descaled off of attack? Wait a minute. Oh, that's why she's not good. Wait a minute, what about... Ah, okay. Maybe it's good that I didn't build her. Oh, that's a very conflicting unit right there. I'm sorry, Elder Wolf. I'm sorry. I thought you went to bed. Ildira being in the Mog Shot makes her great to get shards for. Yeah, Radamas. And she's a really good unit in general. And I think that EX will make her like super strong and viable in PvP as well. At least in life PvP, right? I feel like her stat increases will justify her role in a PvP team. So what's after I got Ziza's TMR? After you get Ziza's TMR, I think it's kind of finding your identity of what you want to play with real free to play. So earlier we kind of showcased the dark team, right? So this is like the team, the team that Hydrex showed. That's a super good team. It's been standard. It will be standard for to be honest, the next. You could run that team for the next 3-4 months and it will still be fine, right? So if you want to play the safe option, then you can start working on Black Rose Helena, Dwayne, although those are two very expensive units and Dwayne is limited time. Or, if you like certain units in FF7 art, right? Let's say you really like Tifa. Or Tifa might not be the greatest example because Wind Party is kind of gatekept by having 2B. Um, but if you like Cloud, for example, you can start working on your Lightning team, which would have Cloud, and then you can put in any other Lightning units you want, really, to be honest. The game is sort of geared towards building monotype elements. I think it's fair to say that objectively, mono teams are generally stronger than mixed teams, unless you're putting in Black Rose element. But yeah, so like I think it's kind of like finding a element that really speaks to your playstyle, I think, and then kind of working on those units and those VCs is kind of a good start. Yeah, and sort of like as you play the game, you'll kind of, and you see the characters and how they work, you'll kind of sort of start to see like the identity of them. Like for example, like the element I like a lot is earth elements, and earth elements are generally known to like be able to take a hit or two hits or three, hopefully, and sort of like dish back the damage. So they kind of have like the bruiser type attack. You know, like a lot of their units have defensive aspects to them. And yeah, and I just kind of like that playstyle. Although some elements I will say are less defined than others, right? Like dark teams, dark teams have kind of everything you want. um, yeah, yeah, dark teams kind of have everything you want. But yeah, again, like and like wind units, right? Like the two prominent wind units right now are Kilfei and two, not Kilfei, Tifa and 2B, and those two units work really well in like an evasive team. And like you have Espers like Tetrasilphed, which is one of the two Espers that can give you 25 evasion. So like you can make them super dodgy, and then they you know they quickly attack and defeat their foes. So that's kind of like the wind element. Um, yeah, so it's kind of like what as you play around and you kind of see. Another thing is like, do you like a certain unit just for their artwork, right? Like, you know, I talked about how Earth teams play in general, but like for me is I really liked the unit when I first started playing this game. Like Eileen was the second unit I pulled, and she's not the strongest unit. She's not the greatest unit, but I really liked her visuals. I really liked her voice lines. I thought like she was super cheerful, and it was fun to play with Eileen. So that generally sort of led me into Earth comps, and sort of like I would see like another thing about like it's kind of more prevalent now, but back then Earth units had a lot of abilities that decreased Earth resistance, and like that used to be kind of unique with Earth. I think a few other units had it, elements had it, but it was like mostly an Earth thing. And so I would be like, okay, so what team works well with Aileen? And then there was a really, really strong unit called Kilfei who came out. This Kilfei was Earth, so like I would run two teams with them, and that generally like led me into prioritizing VCs that help these teams. And so yeah, that's kind of how I would recommend playing the game. But everybody has their own way of approaching the game, and I think it's really important that like you ask, you know, people in the stream, people in the community, like how they kind of approach playing the game, and I think that'll give you a lot of wonderful insight. You have almost 400 Mind Spheres. Wow, you're ready, Naramas. I have Cloud right now, so I should give him her TMR. Yeah, that would be that's like the super standard play. You generally want to give your Ziza's TMR to units that are your main DPS, or a unit that probably uses a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Just like consumes a lot of AP. Since Cloud doesn't really need his own TMR, and he benefits more from Ziza Bell than his own TMR. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and this is like super corny, but another thing that reminds me of like why this game is so nice is because you hop into like any WotV streamer's stream, and like the people, right? Like everybody's here to help out each other, and it's really really nice. It's a really nice community. And since I was like pretty busy IRL, I wasn't able to hop into a lot of people's streams, and I think I really missed that. So it's really nice that everybody decided to stop by and spend their time in the stream. It's like one of the really wonderful things about the WotV community, I think. Sorry, that was super corny. Anyways, Tank Kiton Drain Force is not. You know, the silly thing for me with Kiton Drain Force is I can't get it to work. Like, for me, I haven't been able to get Kiton to tank 2 hits. And what would happen for me is, like, I can't get her to Drain Force in between the 2 hits. Right? Because, like, you can get, like, a prime example of this is you can get Dwayne and Helena into remarkably close agi rates, right? I think... What, Helena's fastest agi is 108, I think? Is it 108 or 110? I can't remember. And then like Dwayne's fastest agi is 103? I think. Right? I think. But so like they would always attack in succession, and like there's no way Kiton, even with 8,000 health, could tank that. Which is my problem. Maybe I'm not building Kiton right. But maybe I'm not building her right. That's like the thing. But like I can't get Kiton to Drain Force in between those 2 attacks, which is my problem. Right, so she runs Black Rose Helena, Black Rose at the battlefield. Save, you run this with Odin. Run her, oh save. And run Black Rose Helena with Bahamut. Okay, so then right at this point they're at 90 and 96, you give him bells. Oh, maybe he doesn't hit. Was it 103 with the resonance affinity bells? Huh, I thought you could. Oh, right, you run Omega, right? Omega gives 5 agi. Oh, 3 agi. Oh, so maybe it was only. Wait, what happened here? Oh, right. Okay. Right, so Dwayne gets 105 agi. You get 96, so then you just run her own TMR. Where is her TMR? Audit? Oh, right here. Okay, gotcha. Wait, I thought you could get Black Rose Helena faster. What am I missing here? What's the affinity? I thought you could get her to 110 agi. Maybe it's when I was in test after affinity? Sorry, the point was that you could get their agis so close that they will always attack in succession. And so I didn't know how to get my Kiton to be in the middle of them. To Drain Force in the middle so that she could keep tanking. But really, I gave up on Drain Force Kiton pretty fast, so maybe that's my issue. My newbie level 99 pull is Kyofei. Oh, that's awesome! I love Kyofei. I haven't actually gotten to play with Kyofei's swimsuit version much, but regular Kyofei was so good back in the days. She wasn't like Black Rose Helena levels of good because there were ways to exploit her, but she was so strong. I'm leveling up Kiton now so I can have her use Drain Force. Awesome, Naramas. Yeah, so like the way I was building Kiton was... Right, because you run Kiton and then you run 2... It doesn't really matter what these 2 units are, but... right? So you're running two supportive Earth units so that you can give her HP up, right? And then she doesn't have anything here that gives her, yeah, HP. So then you run. So people run either Odin for the 25 man kill or they run Golem for the health. I forgot which. I think in the end Odin does more damage, I believe, with Drain Force because you get the extra 10. Whatchamacallit? You get the extra 10% on the Drain Force modifier. And then what would you do here? This gives 10%, right? 13%? No, 5%. Is there anything better than that? Fenrir gives 10%, right? Yeah. Fenrir gives 10%. Is that the best? 346. This gives only 230, so yeah, so that's worse than just having a high HP modifier. So what we could do is, sorry, give me 1 second. I'm gonna change this to ST. Alright, sorry about that. So I think Fenrir gives the most at 10 HP. Unless something gives man. Oh, wait, I guess you could give Odin, right? Yes, that is correct, Adamas. You have to have virtually every single skill off with Kidong. I think you can put in small damage, like Stun Blade. I think you can put that in and she won't use it. And she'll still use Drain Force over it because it does more damage, but usually the AI will go for anything above that. Maybe it's just better to give her 362. That makes probably sense. Gives her 10%, so she gets 35 man killer. Then you can give Golem, right? Golem gives 25% HP. And then you'll give her ring. You can give her chocolate flanny earrings that give her. Doesn't really matter what you do here. Unless they have different values. Oh, they do have different values. Okay. And you're at 6.7k. You can give another. I think the best HP item you can give her is Elf Cloak H Vital. 640. You can't stack those. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, you could go 683 with the Plat Robe. Right, okay, so Plat Robe is going to give you the most. So you have 683 here. That gets her up to 7180, and then you can give her Warrior of Light's TMR, right? That gives Warrior of Lights gives 30%. Yeah, 30% is higher than Divine Grace, I think. I've heard you need to have most of. I have the Chocolate Elf Cloak, her TMR, and Odin for Esper and card. Yeah, great, Radamas. Okay, so then you would definitely run the. Do you have Vital Elf Cloak by any chance? The good thing about the Drain Force builds, you don't really need to have them +5 or anything. You just need the raw stats. So units. Don't gives. Unit stats gives 902. So 902 times 0.3 gives her an extra 270 health. Is that the best you can do? I think that's the best you can do unless I'm missing something. $35 human killer. Oh, you can't even do Drain Force. That's okay, we can just pull up the calculator. Okay, so this is theoretically the best. This is a better vision card, but around this is like the ballpark, right? The ballpark best you can do. So she'll get 7276. Oh, I know what you can do. Oh wait, no, you can't do that because well, Zazan gives a human killer buff, right? Zazan gives... Yeah, so Zazan gives 20 human killer, which is better. Right, okay, so then... That's better than getting 10% HP, so we're going to get rid of Zazan here. She goes down to... Oh, yeah, because gives Golem. So this is just like basically like what's the max damage you can do on her Drain Force. So now she's up to 7037, but she gets 20% extra here, so that will increase her modifier to 0.55. So that's 7037 plus 270.6. So 7307.6 modified by 0.37 plus 0.5. Huh? 0.55. Oops. Plus. No. Oops. I don't know how to math. Times 0.37 times point. No. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I keep pressing the multiply button instead of 0.37 plus 0.55. Okay, so Kiton can max Drain Force for 6,722. That's assuming that... So that's assuming that Zazan uses his March of the Juggernaut buff on Kiton. Which I don't think you're going to have a PvP party with Zazan, to be honest, but let's just say, right? And then she uses Warrior of Light's buff, that gives her 30% HP, which with her base is 270 extra HP. So she can Drain Force somebody for 6,729 damage, which means she can't even one-shot Helena that's going to be using her own TMR. So I don't really know if... Right, because let's look at... What, like regular Helenas have like, what, 5,700 HP? That's like on the high end, right? 5,700 HP. Sorry, I keep forgetting to... Yeah, here we go. So this gives... Remember, this includes Drain Force damage, which really sucks. But anyways, so she's going to take 0.65 of that. So yeah, it's only going to Drain Force her for 4,400. So like, there's no world where Kiton Drain Force actually kills someone from full health nowadays, I feel like. Unless you're against a Ranger that doesn't use any defense mitigation. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, Real Free to Play. I hope I helped. But I really appreciate you spending your time. Thank you so much, and have a good night. I didn't make the Vital Cloak because I specifically made the dodge for Tifa. Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine, Naramas. So yeah, that's my little spiel. Complaints? Observation? With why I don't think Drain Force Kiton is that good. Because with this build, right, there's no way she survives Rising Twilight into, or Black Rose Judgment, or Cerebral Rose, right, plus Rising Twilight against those two. And like, if we're being honest, you're probably going to be fighting those two. So I don't think Drain Force Kiton is... It's really fun. I love the concept of it. But I think it lacks a little bit. But really... Also, if you want a Drain Force user, I'm not sure why people don't use Orudoa. Because Orudoa's Drain Force can get really, really high. If I remember correctly. I hope I remember correctly. Right, because with Orudoa, she gets her own vision card, which gives her 20 human killer, I think. Exorcists, Lucy gives her, yeah, 20 human killer. So you're already having your modifier at 0.45. You can give her... She can also equip Platinum Armor, which is crazy. And you can give her the Tracoflan Earrings. And a Warrior of Light. I guess there's no Wind VC that gives 8. This gives 13%, I think? 15%. Which means it's just better to use Golem. Oh wait, this was supposed to be a good... Yeah, this is exactly what we wanted. But I do not have access to that, unfortunately. Oh, what just happened? Oh, what happened here? Oh, guess we have to restart, but that's not too much of an issue. Tubi, Tifa. So give Odin. Human Killer. Exorcists. Sorry if this is boring, by the way. Just wanted to make sure we see how much damage difference. Is Kiton good to put on a team with Titus and Summer Erushireru? Naramas, I don't know if I see the synergy here. So what you could do is you could have Titus be your frontline, I think, because Summer Elsie can be a decent frontline. So you can have like a water base and then use Kiton as like your third unit with her own VC, and that's a pretty cool. Like a lot of, I don't really see it too often in JP anymore, but a lot of people would do like 2 of the same element plus Kiton, because like Kiton is a pretty good standalone unit that doesn't really need help from other units to make her good. So you could definitely do that, but I'm not sure. I guess it depends on what you think is good, right? Like comparatively, I don't know if it's as strong as something else you could do, but I think it's definitely fine. So, flights. Wait, where are you? Save. We put Mobius. Did anybody play this game? It was like Final Fantasy Mobius something? I never played it, but it looks really cool for a mobile game. And I think that's as far as we can get with this build. Right. So this is without the human killer from Zazan, so this isn't the highest you can do, but we can calculate it both ways. So I did, it was fun, but its monetization scheme was garbage. Oh, was it very like predatory version? So here we have 7350 times a 0.37, 0.42, 0.82. Yeah, 0.82 modifier. Which means, okay, so Ultra without Zazan won't drain force more than Kiton with Zazan. So let's change it. Oh wait, no, I didn't even add her base. I didn't add her base. What is her base HP? 792. So 792 times 3. So she gets 237. 238 plus 6027. Sorry, I want to change the music bits. This is just a very easy track to play. Alright, so 792. 6265. She loses quite a bit of. Sorry, 7350. 7350 plus 238 times 0.82. So old Dua can drain force for 6,222 without Zazan's March of the Juggernauts, but if you put on March of the Juggernauts, not you. So she goes down to 7140 plus 238. And multiply that by a whopping 1.02. So old Dua can drain force. Again, this is theoretically, but she can drain force for 7,525, which is enough to kill Helena through her shield. Which is cool, I guess. Still not great. Because you're building so poorly, right? For the ability to drain force for a decent amount. Because 7,500 is still not going to kill most Dwaynes. I don't think it kills any Dwayne for that matter. Yeah. I don't know, but if people have been able to make Drain Force work, I would love to hear their stories about it, because I don't have any luck with it. Let me put it this way. If FFBE's monetization scheme is horrendously predatory, Mobius was worse than that, way worse. I see, Virgil. Yeah, I remember reading... an article somewhere where like some guy like basically like spent his whole life playing Mobius. It's kind of like what you see with Fake Grand Order. And he was like devastated when he heard it closed, and that was like really sad. But it seems like it's a very costly game. But the graphics looked really cool for a mobile game. I thought Kiton so I could have a Earth unit to deal with lightning units. Yeah, Ramamas. It's and you also still get the modifier, I think, right? Just for the natural, for the natural attacks. I do believe you still get the modifier for that. So very good into Cloud. Yeah, thank you so much, Virgil. It was really good to see you. Yeah, have a wonderful dinner and have a wonderful day. You too. Alright, so I think for the remainder of the stream, we'll just quickly go through the producer letter, and then we'll call it a day there. I do want to say it's been a huge pleasure to stream. I think my mood has significantly improved towards, or my attitude towards this game has significantly improved. Alright, so September selection quest is going to be water. I don't know if they spoiled what unit they're going to give out, though. I wonder who it'll be. You know, my guesses are really bad for selection quests, so I am going to not even attempt to guess. Oh, but I'm so curious. Alright, so let's look at the new updates, or the near future updates. There's going to be a new guild battle event. Keep in mind, this is for JP. So, okay. So this is just going to be the same exact thing as limited guild battles, but they're going to group it accordingly to like how strong each guild is. Old Toilet 2. The graphics for AAA were right. Old Dog could do more damage with her thighs. Thigh force, very true, Nanamas. So there's going to be user interface updates to display JP. I don't know who would sort their units by JP, but apparently some will do that. There's going to be a update to the Porcelain Tower where it will automatically recover your units at a certain time. Trials of Reckoning will show how many medals you have as well as the current lineup. Can skip the animations. And if you complete the lineup for the trials that you're on, it will automatically go to the next one. Cool. Future updates, but they're not planned. So there will be an event archive where you can play a past event whenever you want. You can do it, they're still looking into the details of this, but you can do it once a day. You can choose a specific event you want and you can play it for a certain amount of time. And if you use an item, you will be able to play multiple events. So this is similar to the current, like, the key quests we have, but I guess it's for any event that you want, which is really nice. I like this a lot. イベントクエストやマルチクエストのスコアリング機能。So for certain event quests and multi-quests in the Trials of Reckoning, they'll add a... For certain event and multi-quests, they'll add like a Trials of Reckoning-like scoreboard. But it doesn't, your score doesn't really, your rank doesn't really matter? Not too sure. This is still very vague. Oh, welcome back, Real Free to Play. Yeah, so we're just about wrapping up the producer letter. So this is called the producer letter, and it's something for the JP server that producer Hirono releases every month. Maso Mink, it's so good to see you. Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. And so in this producer letter, they kind of go over like the updates for the month and sort of like future events, right? So like for this month's highlight unit is going to be this character called Jumu. Keep in mind this is JP server, which is approximately 4 months ahead of us. And so I'm currently going over the planned updates, but unlike the updates I mentioned previously here, these are event updates where they don't really have a scheduled implementation date. What is that? Zenzen wakarimasu. Yeah, so if you have any questions, Real Free to Play, feel free to ask. But basically, this is sort of like a future plans kind of thing. That's good to hear, Masamink. I'm glad. So they've been saying this for so long. It's been probably like 3 months now, where they said that they are going to increase the party amounts. I'll be doing that. Pickup matches. So free matches, or is this free match in global? Well, it'll have a countdown. Oh, I see. So this is like so in free matches and stuff, in live PvP, you have timers, and I think they're making this a little bit more clear. They're also going to show the unit level. No, they're going to hide the unit level, apparently. Interesting. Sorry if you can hear my stomach rumbling. Okay, so with the raid, you can, in future implementations, right? Even if you set a password on your raid, you'll still be able to go with the same members and retry, or go on to the next level. There will be guild raids, or for the guild raids, they'll show how many times you can deploy, and they'll show the turns left, or the actions left. For auto, This is something that they've been saying they've been doing for at least half a year now. But the espers, whenever you go into auto formation, the AI, when choosing your formation, will take into consideration your resonance and your affinity. There are UI updates so that they'll make it a little bit more easier to see with vision cards that have vision abilities. They'll make it a little bit easier to see everything at a glance. With AI updates, HP 回復 HP 回復を基準に使用判定 I guess so. AI, whenever it has the option, I didn't know this, but whenever it has the option to heal or to recover status effects, I guess it wasn't. They're making it so that now it will prioritize healing HP over healing status effects. I didn't know that was a thing. Sorry. Still 5 more cost 100 warrior of crystals. Yes, very, very dangerous paths, Masamink. I don't think I'm comfortable enough to really discuss the details, but it's very concerning. I think. I do hope they implement alleviations to the situation. Yeah, Masamink, it's interesting that they're hiding the unit level. I'm not sure how much of an impact that plays though, right? Because when you lock in your teams, right, and you get matched up, you're already going into the match. So, and couldn't you check that, right? Like in battle. So I don't know how much of an effect that has. By the way, how long is the difference between JP and global? Real free to play. There are exceptions, but the general timeline of things is about 4 months. Alright, and then they've also been saying this for a while, but they're saying that you'll be able to exchange your JP points for something else. I don't really know what that something else would be though. There's no way they would make it unit shirts. But yeah. Alright, conclusion. 今日も最後までお読みいただきありがとう. So thank you very much for reading till the end. Right, so we announced this in a separate notice, but okay. Oh, right, yeah. So this is something that they did specifically for the festivals, but they will always have a guaranteed slot for the fest units, for Joom's unit charts in the regular shop. And so they're making it easier, although they're putting a time limit on it, which is really strict. So it feels really awkward. But let's not get too much into the negative aspects of that. Anyways, Shokan Mineral Kokan, so the soul metal exchange system, the shop, the summoning banner are different. So please look at the notices, and they're changed for the worse, which kind of sucks again. But yeah, and so these the Knight of Crystals, or Crystal Knights, will be treated as a special unit. So they will have future implementations of this. And in September, there will be another story. And they're going to be showing a very popular combo. Did they announce that combo yet? I haven't checked another story yet. But that'll be interesting. I'm really excited for these another stories. And because World of Visions is very story rich, I feel like. Especially like the side stories are really interesting for the most part. So yeah, and even the second arc, I'm enjoying the second arc a lot more than the first one. So anyways, this about concludes the producer letter. Thank you very much. And please look forward to playing FFBE World of Visions in the future as well. Hiro no Ke. Yeah. Alright, so we concluded this month's producer letter. It's going to be, I think the good news for us is I think they will be quicker to alleviate the concerns of the festivals on the global aspect. We've seen that sort of repeated being the general trend of things, So I think we can stay hopeful for improvements on it. So that's what I'll say about the fest system. I love the story so far. I'm at chapter 7. Yeah, real free to play. I really, yeah, I'm happy that you like them because it seems like, um, it seems like people are very split on the story. I think what a lot of people have problems with is the characters rather than the story. I think the story itself is very interesting. I do think that some characters are a bit like come on kind of like are you really going to do that or like dang you're stupid. I think there are moments where you kind of think that, but I think the story overall is really exciting and I think it's very story rich, so I'm happy to hear somebody who thinks similarly. Right, yeah, and so it's I remember a friend of mine very early on to the game we were talking he was making the comparisons to um early Game of Thrones. Now I haven't really watched Game of Thrones too closely. I think I've watched like some episodes sparring Spartans because it's sparsingly spart sorry my English is not great. I think it's sparsely maybe. Um but yeah, like because there are some serious casualties in this game, and there are also a lot of kingdoms and politics involved. So yeah, that's like that thing. Don't watch season 7 and 8. I'm warning you. Must have been is season 8 the last season? Because I watched the last season because my ex was a huge Game of Thrones fan. So I watched that. And then I watched like the other episodes kind of like randomly. But um some characters are dumbass decisions, but that's what movies, TV shows are like nowadays. Yes, exactly. Real free to play. That's what kind of keeps the story going on, right? There's more continuation points to them. So yeah, I thought it was kind of entertaining. Um, it was like my first American TV show besides The Office. So I enjoyed it for what it was. It was so the effects and stuff like dang, those the dragons look really cool in that show. Um but yeah. Oh, I didn't notice Elder Wolf rated the party of 5. Whoops. By the way, I just want one spoiler. Who is Gilgamesh, an angel? Real free to play. So Gilgamesh is like supposed to be this very like unknown character. We know that he has like a purpose, and so like he gives these each like respective kingdom, right? He each gives them the I think he gives them the ring, right? He's someone that gives them the ring, which gives them phenomenal powers. And he has a purpose for them. So I don't know why, but he gives Suddenly the priest dude, the Pope dude, he gives a ring, and Pope Suddenly's trying to kill him. So I don't know why. There's like a mysterious yeah. The was it the relics? I think it's the rings, the rings that give the vision. I think, or was it the relics? Sorry, I don't remember too. Oh gosh, does somebody know? I thought it was the rings, but um, or the rings are relics, I believe. And yes, the ring that Mont currently has, yes, is something that was bestowed to his father from Gilgamesh, I believe. And so he's sort of like this overseer. Um, in my mind, Game of Thrones has no final season. Gotcha, Adamas. I hear that's probably a better outlook on the whole series. But yeah, so Gilgamesh's identity is kind of unknown. We know that he's trying to protect somebody, and we have very little information on that somebody besides what she looks like. Um, But yeah. Also, Gilgamesh has like access to like swords. So if you remember Sir O has like a sword that I think originally belonged to Gilgamesh. That like these swords have like really, really tremendous powers. Um, so yeah, there's also that revolving around him. I think that's about it for the information that we have from the World of Visions perspective. I think if you want to read up on it a little bit more, but FFBE, the original game, has like a lot of information on Gilgamesh, but this is like Gilgamesh 2000 years later. So yeah, the seven swords that could kill them. Yeah, because that was released in the recent stories. Um, oh, Sarali's the one trying to collect them, right? And Gilgamesh is stopping them, right? Thank you, Masamin. Ooh, spoiler. I won't read it out loud then. Um, yeah, Mavs, isn't Sakura one of the sworn 8? Oh, it's a Oh, cool. Are there 8 elements in FFBE? Wait, are there 8 elements in World of Visions? Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind here. Yes, there are 8. There are 8. There are 8. Yes, 2 and 6. Yep, okay. Oh, Mavs, that was one thing actually in the fan meetup that kind of got wild. Um, Somebody asked a question of whether they will make it so that Cecil and Kane will be able to like transform, right? Like so Cecil will turn into like this dark paladin or something like that, and like Kane will turn into like a light dragoon or something like that. And people went really mad about that. They were like, "Oh no, don't introduce um oh gosh, I forgot the word. NNV? NNV? Just like the letters NV. Like people in the chat got really mad about that. Yeah, but they didn't even like they were just like, yeah, that'd be a really cool thing. Like that'd be a really cool idea, and like we weren't able to like we tried, we were thinking of doing that with Cecil, but we couldn't do it. And then people got like some people were very, very mad in the chat. like the uh the NNV is one of the worst power creep implementations. They should just make it skin based. I see. Well, I was thinking, right? Like, couldn't that just be an EX? Like an EX skill? Where he still turns into a his EX ability is he turns into a thing. Like is that the same as Neo Visions? Because it was kind of sad to see like the producers were like, yeah, that's a really cool idea, and like somebody in the audience was the one that asked that. Yeah, everybody was like super not everybody, right? It was just like 3 or 4 very vocal people in the chat where they were like, don't do NV, and I was kind of confused because I don't know what NV is. But it seems like it's not a very good thing. If they have the same power level and it takes some CT1 Brave Shift, it would be fine, I guess. Yeah. Like maybe just have that as a like take that as a TP skill, right? So it would take their whole entire full turn if they were going to move and then Brave Shift. And I think that'd be fine, right? And then maybe to get like a different sort of I guess that would be an AI nightmare though, right? If you gave them a different skill set. But like if you changed their stats, right? Like maybe Dark Knight Cecil will be a lot more offensive. Well, I guess I guess his AI is not very offensive with the suicidal buffs, but like, right? I mean, like, it's. I feel like there's a world that can do it, right? Those are the people who talk first before thinking. There's a lot of ways to. Sorry, is Brave Shift the thing that turns you into a Neo Vision? I see. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay. Global players can be weird about yeah. I was like, wait, what's going on? Because like, everybody was like super excited. Like at the beginning when that question was asked, people were like, yeah, great question. And the producers were like, it's a cool idea. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, don't do that. I'll quit. And I'm like, what's going on? Uh, I was just kind of a lost little lamb in the sea of no envy. But yeah, I think that'd be cool. I actually haven't played FF4, right? Is Cecil? I haven't played so many FFs. I've just been scarred from FF15 and just driving around in circles not knowing what to do. Some NV has Brave Shift. It changes role and skill. That sounds really cool, no? I guess it's just the thing that they changed into is too strong. Is that like the problem with FFBE? Nice, real free to play. I played FF13. I was in the middle of FF7R. I played FF1. I touched 10-2, I think, and 12. Although I don't think I finished 12. I also played like the side games. I played what was it called? I think it was like Final Fantasy Type 0, which was a really cool um I thought it was written called Agito. Yeah, this one. Wait, is it this one? This one. Oh, was this not released in America? Yeah, this game. This game was really cool. I didn't know that it was not released in the US. Huh. Yeah, This game was so fun. You got to like choose your character that you played as and they all had different weapons. It was awesome. I remember I liked the person with like a whip. The person with the whip was really cool. Maybe she's here. Yeah, this person. Sorry, I got off track. Um, they should upgrade one of his buffing skills and make it so that Cecil turns into a Dark Knight. Yeah. Global has a reputation for quickly getting upset about anything. Yes, Anamas. I think. Yes. I think sometimes that can be a good thing because you can tell like what are some possible issues, but I think sometimes global people don't know how to make concessions. I don't think concessions is the right word. I think global players sometimes are not reasonable, I think is the correct way to look at things when they complain about certain stuff. Might be a little bit controversial. Sorry. Um, Envy unit is much stronger than 7-star unit, like stats, skill, modify, and buff. I see. So they're just on paper way better than the 7-star unit, which I'm presuming is like an MLB unit. Yeah, Type 0 was really cool. I liked it a lot. And it was a pretty hard game too. Child soldiers. I guess that's what they were. I actually don't remember if I finished this game. I think I finished it. I don't remember much about it though. I just remember this was my favorite unit to play as. Oh no, I don't even remember her name. Oof. As someone who played FF1 through FF15, wow, you played all of them. I'm telling you, they got a lot of cool characters in that rosters they could release. You have a lot to look forward to. Yeah. I guess this was child soldiers. Oh my god. Now that I think about it, that's kind of bad. That's not very Oh, is that why they didn't release it in the US? Oh. Wasn't there like also a character that like had a deck of cards? Or am I thinking of something else? I thought that guy was pretty cool too. Oh, was it the main character? It might have been the main character. Yeah, I think those two were the people I played the most. I think one of the characters had my same name too. Was there a character called Keito? I feel like there was, right? Because I was like, oh, that's my name, and she was a girl. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Protagonist has card deck. I see. I just want Mont Blanc someday. Mont Blanc. Now I'm really curious. Was there a character named Keiko? No, maybe not. Yeah. Well, there's a cosplay, but oh, is it this person? I guess she wasn't very popular if it's not really popping up. Oh, she's Cater. Cater in. Interesting. Oops. Gotcha. She represents number 4. And she was a gunner. That's cool. Gosh, I kind of really want to play this game again. Alright, sorry guys, I'm getting a little off track. So I guess with that, I'll end the stream. Again, it was really fun to see everybody. Yeah, these past few months has been a little bit of a downer for me. So today was a really good day for me in terms of WotV. I think that I was able to sort of re-identify what I really like about this game. And so yeah, so it's great. It's really good to be back. I don't know how often I can stream or make content, but you know, because I am in school now, and school gets a little busy sometimes, especially since it's my last year. But I do want to try to get back in the rhythm of things. So if you could support that, that would be wonderful. Thank you very much. Alright, well, so with that, I will conclude the stream. Thank you very much, and I hope everybody has a good rest of their day. Thank you. Yes, thank you.